This week on Beacon Web News, Jabari Shakir highlights the women's basketball game. Robert Wehry gives us the latest in entertainment news in this week's edition of Wehry Weekly Entertainment, and Julia Teixeira fills us in on the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Challenge. That's all coming up next on Beacon Web News. Hello and welcome to the November 20th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Sim Kerr. Interested in going to graduate school but have lots of questions? The biology department is hosting a student panel on applying for graduate and professional programs. The panel will be on Thursday, November 21st at noon in the CSI atrium. MCLA men's basketball team will be hosting their first home game of the season against Becker College. The game will be in the Campus Center gym on Saturday, November 23rd at noon. MCLA women's basketball team will be hosting their second home game against Utica for their fifth game of 2019-2020 season. The game will be in the Campus Center gym on Saturday, November 23rd at 2 p.m. Speaking of basketball, BWN reporter Jabari Shakir was at the women's basketball game to catch all the action.
MCLA's Hannah Maziel scored a season-high double-double with 13 points and 15 rebounds as the Trailblazers defeated Cobleskill 53-52. The Trailblazers earned their first win of the season as they are now 1-1, and also the Fighting Tigers are also 1-1. Neither team could rally up much offense in the opening half, but MCLA held a slim 23-22 halftime advantage. MCLA would increase the margin to 41-36 after 3 quarters of play as Emily Burke scored a three-pointer and Diasia Smith scored a layup at the buzzer. In the fourth quarter, MCLA will regain the lead at 47-46 after a pair of Kyla Langston's free throws, leaving with 6:22 left to play. After the MCLA defense held Cobleskill without scoring for the next 5 minutes, they will increase the lead to 53-47 with 53 seconds left to play. The Trailblazers held possession but missed a pair of shots, giving the ball back to Cobleskill. The Fighting Tigers had a few chances late but could not pull off a quality shot, and MCLA held on for the win. Coach Lauren Stock is proud of her team for pulling a win, but still sees improvement throughout the season.
Just a team win, coming from kind of behind, sticking it out. I like being in games like that. I think it teaches a lot of experience, especially for a lot of our young kids. I had a freshman point guard in there, so just kind of overall I'm going to chalk this up to a team win. That's kind of what I'm proud of. There's things we need to work on, a lot of things. Defense is definitely one of them, but right now I was just proud of the kids kind of coming together and playing together. Boxing out. Could probably say that 3 other times. Boxing out, boxing out, boxing out. We need to make sure that we win the boards. Kind of our game stems from our defense, and I want to be solid. We got beat on the boards a little bit, so that's something that we can easily kind of, again, that's effort. Something we'll teach at practice and just people kind of becoming more comfortable with each other. I want to see more team chemistry, and that'll happen the more we play together.
MCLA will play their second home game on Friday, November 22nd against Utica at 2 p.m. I am Jabari Shakir, and this is the Beacon Web News.
If you're interested in crafting, MCLA's Crafting Club is teaming up with the Association for Neurodiversity for Crafternoon. This event is dedicated to creating your own artwork, whether you're a master at crafting or just starting out. Crafternoon will take place on Sunday, November 24th at the Friel Library from 3 to 5 p.m. In men's soccer, sophomore defender David Jamina has been named to the first MASCAC team. He started all 17 games for the Trailblazers and was outstanding all throughout the season. In women's volleyball, Kelly Mazalski was named MASCAC Rookie of the Year as well to the first all-conference team. Kelly won Rookie of the Week honors a remarkable 9 straight weeks and was named MASCAC Player of the Week twice. She finished second in the conference with 289 kills, which is third in MCLA's history. Kelly is the first Trailblazer to win Rookie of the Year. Graduating captain and senior Tessa Sestito was the all-time single-season leader in assists. It's the holiday season in North Adams, and on this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News, Robert Wehry gives us the scoop on all the popular events. Over to you, Robert.
Thanks, Sim. Welcome to this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. This week is the last week before many students go home for Thanksgiving break. Many entertainment events are happening, and it's a great last hurrah before Thanksgiving. First, Mass Mocha is hosting a High Mud Comedy Festival Presents show. The featured comedian this week is Josh Gondelman. He is a Boston-bred comedian who has performed and written for shows such as Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, Jesus and Mero, Conan, and more. He also has an active social media presence and created a popular Twitter account, Seinfeld Today. Josh Gondelman will be performing in Club B10 on Saturday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. Student tickets for the show cost $15. Visit massmocha.org to purchase tickets. The event contains mature content and may not be suitable for all audiences. If you still need to complete your holiday shopping or would like to pick something up for your family before heading back, the American Legion is hosting a holiday bazaar this weekend. Many vendors will be selling during this time. In addition, there will be a Chinese auction, 50-50 raffle, and a scratch ticket raffle. The American Legion Holiday Bazaar will be on Saturday, November 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will take place at 91 American Legion Drive. If you're interested in being a vendor, you can contact Betty at tigeriss99@hotmail.com. The North Adams annual tree lighting is quickly approaching. This annual holiday celebration features caroling, biking, high school bands, and the lighting of the tree. This event is always popular with the North Adams community, so if you're still on campus, this is one of the events you can't miss. The tree lighting will take place on Wednesday, November 27th at 6 p.m. at Monument Square. The rain date is scheduled for Friday, December 6th. Please note that traffic will be routed away from Monument Square and parking will be very limited. This event is free to the public. Finally, the major movie debuting this week at the Movieplex is 21 Bridges. In this action movie, a New York City cop must close all of the city's 21 bridges to prevent criminals from escaping Manhattan. It's a very interesting story filled with action and a unique plot. 21 Bridges stars Chadwick Boseman, Stephan James, Sienna Miller, and J.K. Simmons, and is directed by Brian Kirk. The movie is scheduled to open on Friday, November 22nd. Times have not been finalized. Visit the Movieplex website for all future times and dates. 21 Bridges is rated R for heavy violence and strong language. That ends this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. I'll be back in 2 weeks for the season finale of Beacon Web News to discuss more concerts, art exhibits, movies, and more going on in North Adams and surrounding areas. Back over to you, Sam.
And here are your top stories from the latest edition of the Beacon. Roots has built a reputation as a safe place for young adults, teens, and students in the Berkshires since 2015. The organization has hosted various events and has an upcoming workshop that allows people to build their own computers. A chamber from the Boston Symphony Orchestra will be coming to MCLA for the third year on Sunday, November 24th, bringing their impactful and emotional music to the community. This free event will be held in the Church Street Center starting at 2 p.m. with a performance by Kids for Harmony. Following that at 2:30 p.m., MCLA's Identity and Gender Equality Center is hosting their third movie night event of the semester with a showing of The Birdcage on Friday, November 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m. in a Sullivan Lounge. The 1996 comedy film The Birdcage, starring Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, follows engaged couple Val Goodman and Barbara Keeley, who shakily introduce their future in-laws to each other. Happening Saturday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. in the Church Street Center, Social Hall, MCLA's radio station WJJW and the Student Activities Council are teaming up for a free concert event known as Indicella, featuring performances by local and regional bands Ravi and the Houseplants, Quincy, and the Water Cycle. Only 172 students have been awarded federal work study for the 2019-2020 academic year. Almost 40 less were awarded students than the 2018-2019 academic year. Bonnie Howland, director of the Student Financial Services, stated in an email that there is no promotion of the work study program because of limited funding. The Entrepreneurship and Innovation Challenge gives students, entrepreneurs the opportunity to jumpstart their businesses with $10,000, a summer internship, and professional help. The most recent winner, Nicholas Trzynski, took first place prize with the creation of the wet towel. His award-winning business idea works to expand the lifetime of razors. For more information of these stories, you can pick up your copy from the Beacon in many locations around campus, or visit www.theonlinebeacon.com. MCLA will be hosting its second Innovation and Entrepreneurship Challenge, and Julia Teixeira was at the info session to get all the details of this year's event.
Last night, Professors Amy Shapiro and Tara Barbosa hosted an information session for the Spring 2020 Innovation and Entrepreneurship Challenge.
So it's an opportunity for students to explore ideas that they might have, take that idea all the way through the business processes and really develop it, and then present it to a group of their peers, to their professors, and to judges. And hopefully win some money that they can use to start their business and really bring it right to startup.
With tacos from Tres Niños, students were able to brainstorm ideas and to find out details about the challenge.
This is open to anybody. We're going to help you through the business part, right? So business majors, we learn how to run businesses, right? But entrepreneurs have ideas and they have problems that they're solving, and we're going to show them how to turn that into a business.
2019 winner Nicholas Trzynski was also in attendance.
My biggest piece of advice would definitely, it's just be honest with yourself, but also be confident in your own idea. If you believe in it, then believe in it. But I tried making this point several times tonight, you have to be willing to disagree with people.
The event also included information about the new entrepreneur minor.
So the minor is fantastic because really entrepreneurism can be married with anything. And so it doesn't matter what your background is, what your major is. You're going to go through a series of courses that are going to teach you how to be your own boss, how to take your own ideas and develop them into something that's marketable and they can help you generate revenue.
For the students who could not attend the session, there will be another session at the beginning of the Spring 2020 semester. And for Beacon Web News, I'm Julia Teixeira.
The Identity and Gender Equality Resource Center is hosting a Safe Zone workshop. This is a chance for students to talk, learn, and ask questions about sexuality and gender in a non-judgmental, safe, and educational environment. The workshop will be on Wednesday, December 4th from 3 to 5 p.m. in Murdoch 218. Make sure to RSVP by emailing igeresourcecenter@mcla.edu. In North Adams, City Council has decided to put the brakes on the sale of the Sullivan School. The council has deemed that the proposal to transform the vacant elementary school into an advanced manufacturing training center requires further discussion. Hosted by the Political Science Club on Wednesday, November 20th at 9 p.m., come to Sullivan Lounge and watch the 2020 Democratic debate of presidential hopefuls at the Democratic Debate Watch Party. All are welcome. The North Adams Historical Society recently moved from its original location at Western Gateway Heritage State Park to the Holiday Inn. Because the new space is smaller, the Historical Society, along with MCLA, raised $10,000 to renovate the third floor of the North Adams Library to store some of its collection. However, the renovation has been put on hold, and the mayor and the building department have been quiet on what is currently happening with the space. That's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MCLABWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you.